from prettypapercards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Be Mine Stitched Framelits dies. These dies are available from the new 2019 Occasions catalog from Stampin' Up! And if you don't have one, please email me at peggy@prettypapercards.com and request a catalog. I'd love to send you one. Now, the Be Mine Stitched Framelits dies are on page 6, and they're right down here in the corner. They are part of a bundle if you're interested in getting the bundle, which is a 10% discount with a fabulous stamp set called Meant to Be. But I'm just going to talk about the dies today because they do so much, and I really want to show you everything they do. So I'm going to start up here at the top left, and this set of hearts, layering hearts here, is an elongated. They're elongated hearts, and the outer or largest one has stitching on it. So that is a beautiful set, super versatile. In fact, this whole entire set is so versatile. Now this set is stitched and scalloped, and this set works well in pairs. So for example, the two largest ones work in a pair, and what they do, I'm explaining it to you because it took me a few minutes to figure it out, and I thought I'd just save you that time. So the outer die creates a stitched frame for a stitched heart frame, and you can see it's scalloped and stitched. Now, if you just use this die alone, what you would come out with is the stitched scalloped edge and a white heart in the center. But as you can see, this one is stitched also, kind of double stitching, and that comes when you put this other die on. So it works as a set. Whoops. If you do not use the inner die, you just get this beautiful border and a plain white heart. If you use the inner die, you get the stitching on the inside also. And what's neat about this is you can then change them out, do the same thing with another color of cardstock, and look what you've created. Pretty cute, huh? So this particular layered set of dies in the set does some really neat things. Now, the next set down, I'll call it the medium set, does the same thing. And here's the white edged border, and then I have an inner heart, and this one I did not do the stitching on. So for this one, I only used this die. It did the scallops, it did the stitching, and it cut the inside. It did all three of those things. If I would put on the inner layering die, I would have stitching on the inside also. That is so versatile, and you've got the wonderful, different sizes, the large, medium, and this cute little small one. Is that not a little cutie? And this one just does everything. It does the stitching and the scallops, and then keeps the heart inside. Now, one fabulous thing that Stampin' Up! Has done for us is they have provided other ways for us to use our dies. In this suite, it's called the All My Love Suite. It's kind of a mega suite from Stampin' Up! And there is some designer series paper right here called the All My Love Designer Series paper. And it coordinates with these dies. Now here is a piece of the paper, and you can see I've used a lot of it because I think it's so cool. And the hearts, the medium scalloped and stitched dies, and the little baby one coordinate with these hearts. So you can put your die on top of that. That's why this is also chopped up, because I've been cutting out the hearts one by one. And you can cut out that little heart, and look what you come up with. Because of the way the designer series paper has a white border, it picks up the white border. Isn't that adorable? I love that. So that is the little baby heart. Let me get these straightened up so we can, I like to have them in order like this so that you can see exactly what's in the set. Did I say there are 16 dies? A lot. Now here comes my favorite die, and it's this beautiful lace heart. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is what it creates. I love this. I have been making these. I'm scattering them all over the house. I'm stringing them on ribbon and baker's twine and making little cute little hanging bunting kind of things with them. This heart has my heart. It is so, so cute. So that's my favorite of the bunch. Now let's go over to this border edging die. And that's why I think these are so versatile, because you don't just have to use them for Valentine's Day, or even if you're using hearts. There are several other dies that are so great. Like this one, this long one, I have created this stitching. It makes the border edge and the stitching. So you can do that on any straight surface. And that you can use on all kinds of cards. I just love that. And then we have this die, which is kind of like a flourish, like a little flourish. And I'll show you, I have a few cards that I've made to show you what some of the things these dies do. And here's the card I made that shows this flourish off. I put it at the top and at the bottom, and I think that looks really good. And then you can see I've used the medium-sized layering scalloped hearts. The edge is Poppy Parade, and this inside heart was, I didn't use the inner die, I just had this in white, and I have stamped it with one of the stamps from the Meant to Be, the Coordinating Meant to Be stamp set. So I think that flourish is really pretty. Now we also have a beautiful rose die. And see, this isn't Valentine or anything. It's just a beautiful rose die they've thrown in there for us. And I just love it. I just think this set offers so much. Then I'm going to show you these two little cuties. I've made a card where these are used to really demonstrate. And this is the card I made to show that. This is another little edging piece, edging die. And you can see I've used it on this piece of soft sea foam. It's kind of like a little portion of a flower, or I kind of think it looks like tiny kitty cat paws. But anyway, paw prints. But it's cute, and it made a really cute edging there. And then you can see, again, I've used that medium stitch scallop heart, white for the edging and powder pink for the center. You see the stitching. And then this little half flower die, let me grab that. This one is what I used to create that little kind of like a half flower in there, or kind of like little bows, little pieces of a bow. And then of course I also did add a bow out of a lovely lipstick grosgrain ribbon. And then this particular sentiment is from one of the other stamps in this mega suite. There are 2 stamp sets and 2 die sets, but I'm only focusing on the die set, or this particular die set for today, this Be Mine. Okay, so we've seen all of the dies. We've seen 15 dies, but I've left the fun one for last, and that is this grouping of hearts. And it really surprised me. I guess I just wasn't even thinking. When I used it, I thought I was going to get the grouping of hearts and the hearts would all be inside. I really wasn't expecting that all the hearts would pop out. And look, that's what you're seeing all over here. All these little hearts, 2 little sizes, the smaller and the larger. And I mean, they're adorable. I'm going to use them for confetti in a card. When someone opens their Valentine, all these little hearts are going to pop out. I just think they're darling. And then this is actually the piece that the die creates, which you can use as a background piece behind a heart, say. You can use it for a lot of things. Isn't that pretty? Now, with my long nails, I did have some trouble picking up these little hearts, and so I wanted to show you how to pick up the hearts, and I used my Take Your Pick tool, and it just picks them up right away like that. Isn't that great? So now I don't have hearts all over, because I can go around and pick them up and put them where I want to put them. Okay, that is the beautiful Be Mine Stitched Framelits dies that are new with Stampin' Up, and I hope that you'll get them and use them. I think they're they're amazing. They're kind of like a long time set, a set that you'll keep for a long time because they do so many things. And you'll be seeing me using these dies over the next 6 months for sure. And so be watching for them. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Please pop over to my blog at prettypapercards.com. You can purchase the Be Mine dies from my blog. I have a Shop Now button that takes you right to my online store. And I'd also love to have you leave me a little comment. I love comments. It's good to hear from you. So thank you so much for stopping by. See you next time.